That's just hilarious right there. Good old comedy. And my hair's all messed up. Oh well. At least I got my hair on my head. All right, this is fresh and funky. There's no fabulous or incredible, spectacular fucking introduction to what this show is. This show is it's a shit show. It's go with the flow, go with what's going on with the days and times that we are in here. But we actually gonna get into some sports today. We got the first day of Lord Stanley's Cup. Lord Stanley's Cup. Colorado Avalanche are taking on the Tampa Bay Lightning, who are the two-time Stanley Cup champions. Can they make it 3 times? It's going to be tough. In my book, Colorado looks like the better team, but obviously Tampa, they've had the same team has been around that won this. The team that Tampa Bay has won the cup twice, so they're no stranger to each other. Yeah, they had a struggle season this year. Not the championship caliber type of season, but they definitely got the job done and got to where they needed to get to and a chance to repeat. I mean, I don't know when the last time, you know, hockey teams won 3 times. Maybe when, Wayne Gretzky was with the Edmonton Oilers. Maybe when the fucking Pittsburgh Penguins had fucking Yammer Yager and Mario Lemieux. I mean, Boston Bruins, Blackhawks did it a couple times. I don't know. Did they do it 3 times? I don't know. Maybe the Red Wings. Could be the Red Wings in the 90s. They were pretty freaking good. So, but yeah, we got baseball on right now here. Let's give you guys a little sports update. Sports update. Sports update. Sports update. All right, here in the baseball, we are in the summer swatting. We're swatting the balls here. We're getting the beginning of summer here, where the weather is going to be heating up. Baseball's heating up here, and we at the bottom of the fourth here, scoreless game between the Miami Marlins and the Philadelphia Phillies here. We got Didi Glorious, Alec Bum, and Omar Herrera up the bat here for the Phillies in the bottom of the fourth here. We're going to the top of the fourth inning here between the White Sox and the Tigers here. White Sox have gotten a lot of their stars hurt and injured. They got their star closers out. You got the star shortstops out. Yeah, Lewis Roberts is hurt now. But they're getting the job done today here. They're leading 5-0 over the Tigers here. And call it a slump or whatever it was here. It's just. And the Astros are up 3-0 in the top of the first here. T. He's finding it very rough here today. Here, he's having a rough outing here. Definitely ballooning his ERA here, and definitely giving the Astros. And that was kind of my take. I thought the Astros would, because the Rangers have took the first 2 games in the series, so it's kind of was 5 time for the Astros to come back. All right, then we have the Reds and Diamondbacks here coming up shortly here in about an hour and 20 minutes. Yeah, Luis Castillo and Zach Gallen. Two names that most people do know about. So going to be a good matchup in the desert with the Desert Snakes. You got the Kansas City Royals taking on the San Francisco Giants. The Gigantes, Elegantes. The Giants, Elegante. Back in, I don't know if anybody watched wrestling, WCW Elegante, the Giant. They had their version of Andre the Giant. But yeah, we got Helsley is on the mound pitching for the Royals, and Sammy Long 0-1 with a 1.96. So I mean, hey, not too bad. And Hensley's got a 3.62. So I mean, who knows? The Giants have been winning, so maybe the Royals get one here today. Who knows? Maybe the Giants can get a sweep. Then we have the Twins taking on the Mariners. The Mariners have been playing very well here as of late, so trying to keep that streak alive here today. going up against Sonny Gray, who they know very well when Sonny Gray was pitching for the Oakland Athletics. All right, then we have the Atlanta Braves and the Nationals. Atlanta Braves are on a 13. They're on a 13 game winning streak right now, taking on the Washington Nationals at home here. And yesterday it was like I believe it was like a 10 to. It was like 10-4 was I think I believe the final score was like 14 runs. Yeah. We have Strider pitching for the Braves and Fetty pitching for the Nationals. Probably the game of the night. Everybody's probably going to be tuning their television screens and rightfully so, because this is going to be this is the matchup most people wanted to see. You have the Tampa Bay Rays coming into Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. You got the ace Shane McClellan, who's 7-2 with a 1.87 ERA, versus nasty Nestor Cortesia, who's 5-2 with a 1.96 ERA. So both guys, stellar pitchers. They got some nasty pitching here. So I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see who's gonna get lit up here first. Will it be nasty Cortez will get lit up first, or will it be McClellan here? I mean, the Yankees bats have been pretty hot as of lately. They've been on, the bats have been. So I mean, to say the least, it's gonna be a great matchup tonight in the Bronx at 7:05 Eastern Standard Time. Then we move on to this game: the Orioles versus the Blue Jays. Orioles getting the best of the Blue Jays after the Blue Jays, mollywopped the Blue Jays here. So Blue Jays are sending Jose Barojas on the mound. He's 5-2. He struggled at the beginning of the season. I had him and then I got rid of him. Now he's pitching very well now, like he was when he was pitching with the Twins. And they got Bruce Zimmerman, 2-5 with a 5.52 ERA. But the Orioles bats have come alive, as of late here. They're 27, 36, 12, and 21. Blue Jays are 36 and 25, 19 and 11 at home. So, and then we have the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the New York Mets. It seems like the New York teams are really hot and on fire right now. The Mets blanked the Brewers 4-0 last night here, and they're sending Drew Peterson to the mound here, who is 3-0 on the season with a 3.00 ERA against Corbin Burns. He's gonna make it burn. He has not made it burn here in a while though. He's 3-4 on the season with a 2.48 ERA. Last outing was not so well. So hopefully he's going to try and rebound. The Brewers try to rebound and get back to the winning ways. Then we have the Oakland A's taking on the Boston Red Sox. I mean, the A's have been, the Oakland Athletics have been, less than the desired. They've been less than the desired to watch, honestly, this season. I mean, normally, they have unknown name guys, but they play together and they play tough. This season, I don't know, man. They're just not looking like a very solid, good baseball team, to say at least. But pitching wise, the hitting's not coming around, and just, I mean, a 21-42 record. They're 14-19 on the road. So, I mean, it's not like they're just downright giving up and just, softball pitching, to the ways of the. But yeah, the Red Sox have been kind of catching, hot fire. But you got two pitchers here. You got Winchikowski here is 0-1 with a 12.0 ERA, so not great at all. Meaning he got lit up, in the reliever. So bullpen day, and then you got James Kaplan who's 0-3 with a 5.73 ERA. So two very, very, very not so solid pitchers on the mound today. So definitely could see runs on the board today. We had the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Cardinals. Cardinals are another team that have been red hot as of late. They got Jake Flaherty will start. He'll get his first start of the 2022 MLB season for the Cardinals here against Ronnie Contreras here, a young pitching prospect for the Pirates who's 1-1 with a 2.57. So he's not a bad ERA. So he's not scared to pitch on the road either. Weather has been nasty and sticky. Ugh, just miserable. 98, but the heat index are probably over 100, well over 100 degrees. So it's if you're a fan or whether you're playing the game, you're gonna be miserable and nasty. So you'll be looking for the coldest spot there. So you'll be looking for that ice cream. The ice cream. A little bit fresh, a little bit cool, a little bit chill. I mean, I don't even know if they do that anymore. When you had the guys go up and down, they was trying to sell you popcorn and red ropes and red vines and all that such, ice creams and dibs and pizzas, and that was a good thing about going to the ball game. Our next game we have the Padres and the Cubs here. Ryan Weathers, first start of the season here for the Padres for the Fathers, taking on C. Killen, who's 0-0 with a 5.40 ERA. So a bullpen guy here. So yeah, it was definitely a lot of runs for the Padres, that's for sure. Definitely went over the 10 runs last night. The next game we have the Guardians and the Rockies here. Rockies lost last night 4-3 in extras. Shane Bieber was on the mound pitching for the Guardians. You got Mr. Plankington here against the Gumber. The Gumber who's been anything. He's been a bomber. He's been giving up mad bombs here. He's 3-6 on the season with a 6.17 ERA. Then you got Plinkington is 1-0 with a 3.57. So 5 degrees at Coors Field tonight. And we have, last but not least, we have the Battle of LA here, the Angels versus the Dodgers. We got Reed Detmers taking on Tyler Anderson. Mr. Anderson. Tyler Anderson here to say he is 7-0 with a 3.07 ERA. And you got Reed Detmers here is 2-2 with a 3.83. So definitely. All right, give a scoring update here. We're in the top of the 5th here. Marlins lead 1-0 here. Top of the 4th here. White Sox lead 7-0 here. 7-0. And top of the 1st still here. The Astros lead 6-0 over the Rangers. So definitely glad I did not take the Rangers today. All right, another action, like we said, we have some WNBA action actually going underway right now here. So let's go. Let's pay some respects to the women's basketball, association here. Oh yeah, and they did a documentary on the '96 U.S. Women's Olympics team. I mean, man, that team was loaded with talent. I mean, you talk about the goats of the women's league here. I mean, all right, we have the Las Vegas Aces and the Dallas Wings playing right now. We're in the 3rd quarter here. It is 61-58 with a minute 2 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter here. A very tightly contested game here. The Wings are keeping it competitive against the Aces, or one of the top teams in the WNBA today. Then later on, we have the Atlanta Dream, 7-6, taking on the Connecticut Sun, 10-4. And then the last but not least, the game, we have the Phoenix Mercury taking on the Indiana Fever here. The Mercury that are still without Brittany Griner here, but as Diana Taurasi says, they're fighting to try to get her, try to get her out and bring her back home and get her to be able to come back home and play the game she loves, And I'm as far as me here, as a person that's served in the in the service, I believe no American should be left behind. If there's somebody that obviously didn't do no fuckery or no bad shit to where if our people are being falsely imprisoned somewhere and we need to go and get them. And if it means doing it the diplomatic way, fine. But we know a lot of times that doesn't always work. So sometimes you have to go about the other way. And I'm not advocating that we need to go in there and guerrilla war and go and fucking start even a war situation that we have against Russia and Ukraine. And I'm not sitting here going to try to tell you who's right, who's wrong, because there's plenty of blame to go around everywhere. Let's just say that. I'll just say that. There's plenty of blame to go around everywhere. That statement says it all. All right, so that's you know. All right, so let's see here. We make our little second bet here. All right, let's read the first bet here. Well, yesterday, let's go through yesterday's bets here. Let's go through yesterday's bets. What we bet here. We took the over 161 points combined together between the Mercury and the Mystics. That went under, so that we didn't cash there on that one. The parlay died on the first bet. The second one we did pick right here. We had the over 157 in the Storm and the Lynx. That definitely did. We had the Nats plus to cover the run and a half. They didn't. They got beat pretty bad. The Yankees covered the minus 1.5 on the run spread here. So then we had the Blue Jays money line minus 235, and then they lost. We had the Mets money line minus 165. They won. The over 7.5 runs in the White Sox Tigers. Well, that was under, but today they're over. So, and we have the Oakland A's last night to cover the 1.5 run. Did not happen. They got smacked up. The under 10.5 runs in the Padres Cubs, that went well over that, and under 11 runs between the Guardians and Rockies, that stayed under. Went 7 runs. So we were 4-6 total. 4 of our picks were right. 6 of them weren't. So I mean, we started the week off 5-8 here in MLB here, and then yesterday we were 3-5. So I'm curious to see what we got in store for today's MLB here. MLB here. We're gonna have WNBA here. We're gonna get into the NHL, and we're gonna bet some Canadian Football League. We're gonna bet the Canadian Football League game here tonight. We have our today. I did a first 5 here. I went first 5 because I haven't done it in a while, so I said fuck it. All right. The first pick we took, first 5, was a team total over 3.5 runs in the Reds and Desert Snakes. It seems to be good right now with some 2 teams already going over the runs. So I feel confident that the Reds and the Diamondbacks will put up runs here. And comfortable with that. And that was I took that as my first bet, minus 120 here. Then I took the first 5 Royals money line, so the Royals to be leading after 5. And I also took that with the Mariners first 5 money line to be leading. That was the Royals is plus 170, and then the Mariners was plus 130. Then I took the Braves money line. That was minus 180 there. I took the first 5 team total over 3.5 runs in the Rays and Yankees. And then I took the first 5 team total under 5 runs in the Orioles and Blue Jays. I took the first 5 Brewers to be leading by half a run, plus 105. I took the first 5 team total over 5.5 runs in the A's and Red Sox. That's plus even money at 100. I took the first 5 team total over 4.5 runs in the Pirates and Cardinals, minus 105. And then I took the Guardian first 5 team total under 6.5 runs in the Guardians and Rockies, minus 110. And if all the bets, all 10 legs of that parlay cash $1 will turn into $1 grand, $82.21. So, but we're gonna make our WNBA, NHL, and the Canadian Football League bet here. Yeah. So we're gonna make that bet right now here. Make that bet live. We didn't make our MLB bet live here. We're gonna have the WNBA here. We're gonna have the Stanley Cup. CFL. Parlayz 615. And see me, I'll bet anything here. You know, I'm a type of person where I'll bet anything here. Yeah. The Stanley Cup here tonight. It's gonna be in Colorado tonight here. Obviously, the Avalanche are favored on the goal line here to win by a goal and a half, so win by 2. Lightning is plus 130 on the money line as underdogs. And if you're trying to bet the over/under goals, total number of goals is 6 tonight. For me, I'm gonna take the Avs here. I'm gonna take the Avs on the goal line tonight here. I think first game at home here. I think the Avalanche are gonna be pumped up here. The Lightning. Lightning. Won those last 2 games against the Rangers here. So I mean, I know they're not scared, but man, the Avalanche have been playing very well this year. They're playing like a different team. And I mean, I remember watching the Avalanche back in the 90s and late 90s, early 2000s. And, that's when they really started coming alive. So that's my lean and my first take and my first bet there. All right, then we got Canadian football. We got Montreal, the Alouettes, taking on the Toronto Argonauts here. We have the Argonauts minus 3.5 points. Montreal Alouettes plus 145. And an over/under of 49. I mean, I'm not scared. I'm taking the minus 3 with the Toronto Argonauts. They're a really tough team here. I mean, I know it might be the first game of the season, and it might be dumb to take them, but I think that they definitely a strong Canadian football team that I know I'm not afraid to put my bet on the spread line as well. All right, WNBA here. WNBA tonight. I'm gonna take the Phoenix Mercury. I'm going to take the Phoenix Mercury, and I'm going to take the Atlanta Dream plus 400 here tonight. We're gonna see here. All right, the Mercury game went under last time here, and so we got maybe somewhere we make a double down bet here. We double it down here. The Atlanta Dream and the Connecticut Sun. I mean, you got 170 here. I mean, yeah, one team's got to be 88, the other team's got to be like 82. Like I said, the Mercury didn't play well last night, so they're going on their road trip. So do they? And they only had this game by -1 here. $170 here. I'm gonna take the under in that Mercury game here, and we'll take the over here. We'll make it a solid 6-teamer here. We'll take the over in the Dream and the Sun here. All right, so let's. All right, first let's lock it in here. First, we want to lock in the bet here. That way. So I lock it in, so I make sure I confirm my bet here. Therefore. All right, so we got the Avalanche here. Win by goal and a half here. On the, I just had the goal line here. Spread that's plus 170 here, so we took that as our first bet. The Argonauts here. -3 on the spread here. That's -110 here, which is fine. It's a good bet. All right. Then we took the Mercury here. Mercury money line here. That's -105 here. And then we also took team total under 170 in the Mercury Fever. That's -110 here, so. And then we're taking the Atlanta Dream here. Money line here. That's plus 400, baby. And then we're taking the team total. We're taking the over 157 in the hook. With the Dream and the Sun here. And that's -110 here. All right, so we made a dollar bet there. So if the six-legged parlay. The six-legged parlay cashes. $1 will turn into $182.39. So not bad, not bad. Not bad. I like to just bet. Like I said, I'm not too much know too much about Canadian Football League. I don't, hockey's not my sport really too much either. The WNBA. I mean, I know some of the lady ballers out there. And I'm not gonna say I know. I'm not expert on all of it here, but I definitely know who the Phoenix Mercury is. Yeah, I definitely know the Indiana Fevers. They just lost their coach. They just fired their coach, so they're in the middle of the Atlanta Dream. They just got a draft pick for. They just traded for a guard from the Liberty, and they've gone through their own set of turmoil. Connecticut Sun. They have a really good record this season. So them and Las Vegas Aces are probably. And then with Chicago Sky too, they're defending champs, so they're really good too. So I mean, it's not like I don't know a shit thing about it, but it's not like, oh man, I'm an expert here. Let me just put my expertise out here. And then we had the U.S. Open to win the U.S. Open here. That's tomorrow here. It starts tomorrow at 6:45 a.m. So, all right. Needless to say, let's get a little. We're gonna give a little update here. WNBA update here. With 4:48 left in the fourth quarter, the Las Vegas Aces are leading 78-73 against the Dallas Wings. We have a total of 151 points. 151, so definitely that one is probably going to be somewhere closer to the 160s, the 160 to 170 mark. So the other two games tip off at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, for those of us that live out in the west side, west coast, Yeah, I'm not gonna go out here and say West Coast is the best coast or anything like that. Hey, we all got our pros and our cons, no matter where the fuck you live. All right, let's get an update here on the scores for baseball right now. We got the games going on right now. We got the bottom of the sixth here. Marlins still leading 1-0. But Bryce Hopkins has just tripled the center, so that puts the tying run at third right now with nobody out. We have the top of the fifth here. It is 7-0 White Sox over Tigers. There's a runner on first, nobody out. Bottom of the first, it's 6-1. Rangers are getting dominated right now here. But there's 2 outs, a runner on here. The Rangers did get a run back here, so they're now technically down 5 runs here. 6-1, so definitely a lot of runs being scored there. The next two games to start their pitches will be the Diamondbacks and out here west and the Giants here. Both games start about 12:45 West Coast time, so obviously you're looking at like 2 in the afternoon on the East Coast time, or 3 I should say, yeah, 3, and then about 4:10 Eastern time here, 1:10 Pacific time. We got the Mariners and the Twins here, so lots to go over. Oh man, that's just a home run here, or what's going on here? The White Sox are just beating down over here. They're just beating them down here. I'm telling you, I mean, whew, 9-0. White Sox are just taking it to these Tigers, man. They're really taking it to the Tigers here. Tony the Tiger is definitely going. He's eating his flakes right now. He's nowhere to be found, ladies and gentlemen. The Tiger has left the building. The Tiger has left the building. He is not sticking around and watch this debacle. And yeah, then we got NBA tomorrow here. We got NBA tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. of NBA tomorrow. We have Warriors and Celtics here. We have game number 6. Can the Warriors close it out, and can the Celtics force a game 7? I mean, my thing is, my thing is here. I mean, my thing is this here. If let's just say the Celtics do beat the Warriors tomorrow, now the pressure, now the pressure is not on Boston here, because whether they win or lose, at least they forced a game 7. Right now, the pressure's sitting on the Warriors right now to close it out in game 6. Because then, guess what? If they don't close out in game 6, you got to come home. Yeah, you do it in front of your fans and this and that. But I'm telling you, sometimes game 7 in your own building isn't the recipe for winning a championship. But it'll be remaining to see tomorrow. I mean, I expect a much tougher game from Boston here. I mean, I don't expect Curry to be 0 for 9 from 3-point range, but yeah, I expect Boston to really play, close out basketball. Hey, it's not like they haven't been in this situation before. They were, up against the Heat, and then just these guys are gonna fight. They're spinning. The Celtics are spitting image of where their coach wants to replicate out there and get done, and what he wants out, what he wants to do to get done out there on the court. I mean, same thing with Kerr. Gonna be a hell of a game 6 in Boston tomorrow night. 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. So, I mean, Boston -4. I mean, it's been -4 Boston and -4 Warriors, and then it's been around 210, 211, 212. That's what it's been fluctuating around as far as the over under. So, let's see, we got any news and notes here from the NFL here? Ooh, okay. We have, all right. All right. The Pittsburgh Steelers make Minka Fitzpatrick the richest safety and he's the highest paid safety in NFL history. I mean, that's a no-brainer. I mean, come on now. I mean, why? I mean, I mean, if the Steelers didn't sign Minka Fitzpatrick, somebody else is gonna do it and pay him, you know, handsomely well. So, I mean, that's a great, smart move long term for the Steelers and their defense. All right, Commanders. Let's see. Daniel Snyder won't testify at June inquiry. And if we want to talk about scumbaggery, as far as organizations here, Daniel Snyder definitely. I mean, people, they're quick to heave ho, John Gruden out the league, and Texans. I don't know. They're going to be held on the hook for that Deshaun Watson debacle crap shit too. That ends up being, and the formerly known as the Washington football team, now known as the Commanders, used to be known as the Redskins. I'm sorry, fucking people get offended by that, but that was the name for so many years, and nobody fucking scoffed and mocked the fucking. But all of a sudden, everybody now wants to act like they're gonna get changed and it's gonna make a difference, and it's gonna bring back all the ancestries and all the oppressions and all the inflictions that has been brought upon our generations. And it's just the I hate to say it, it's a stupidity thinking, And, Daniel Snyder is a piece of garbage and needs to be thrown out the league. If we're gonna throw John Gruden out the league, we need to throw Daniel Snyder out there too. I'm sorry. He needs to go. Hevo, and maybe just maybe the Washington can actually get a winning team here if they could throw this guy out of there because he's no ray of sunshine either. And Deshaun Watson regrets the impact of suits on Browns and the family, and basically, I don't know, man. I mean, to me, I'm not trying to persecute Deshaun Watson, say he's a guilty person, but man, there's a lot of allegations out there, man. And if there's any type of truth or proof to that matter, he is done. And then if it comes out that he's trying to pay these people, these supposed alleged, victims off, that doesn't look good either. So we'll just leave it at that. Cliff Kingsbury is praying for Murray contract by camp. I personally don't know why they're why they don't. I mean, are they not sure that the Murray's their guy? Do they not want him? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm saying, Kyler Murray's not a bad quarterback. Does he need to get better? Does he need to improve? Yes. I mean, last year was his first year in the playoffs, so let's not crucify him. Yeah, he probably maybe a little bit overwhelmed, maybe didn't have enough, whatever it was, but they got there. They got to the playoffs, so they got to build on that coming into this year to make it to playoffs and get out the first round. I mean, that should be their goal. What the likes of, they got DeAndre Hopkins. He's obviously going to be suspended for PEDs or whatever for 6 games. But they got Marquise Brown. They got pieces. Trey McBride. They got Zach Ertz. You got two fucking quality tight ends that are. You got James Conner still there. I mean, it's not like they. That's not. Yeah, they lost Christian Kirk. They let him walk. I wouldn't have paid him what the Jaguars paid him. But good luck, Jacksonville. Hopefully, you didn't overpay for a sorry ass receiver. But you know, before everybody starts jumping on the thing. But this is a day and age where everybody lives vicariously through the internet. Everybody lives vicariously through the internet, so it's like, I don't understand it. You know, Lamar lifts everybody back in his first practice back here. Lamar Jackson returns the Baltimore Ravens practice, and that's good. I mean, it's a contract year for Lamar Jackson, so obviously, he's pumped up, he's ready. I mean, obviously they don't have Marquise Brown anymore, but they still got viable weapons there. And Lamar Jackson, can never count this guy out, man. Whenever you're doubting this guy, when everybody doubt him, say he's not a quarterback, he's a running back. I mean, look what he did. I mean, and so I would put it past Lamar Jackson having a top tier year. Being up one of the quarterbacks up there, quarterback one. I mean, basically, Eric Moody thinks that Russell Wilson's could finish as quarterback one, but all right, we got a leaner Dak. Glad off season not devoted to rehab. So Dak Prescott's coming in a little bit leaner now, so maybe that helps him a lot better, be a little bit more nimble, but also, can build strong muscles and then those bones to keep that body healed, because definitely the Cowboys are going to need Dak Prescott this year more than any. Linebacker Quinn Ione for the Bears. All right. Chicago Bears linebacker Robert Quinn absent mandatory minicamp, not excused. So Robert Quinn. And then you have Derwin James here. Derwin James, they're gonna limit him out there after he had labrum surgery. So, but I mean, Chargers defense is gonna be electrifying to say the least. Here, you got Khalil Mack there. You got Joey Bosa. You got They got J.C. Jackson now. They got Asante Samuel Jr. I mean, they did that. I mean, they're so. I mean, it's gonna be interesting season here. I mean, I cannot wait. I'll start the season. We got the Bills and Rams. I mean, man. That's gonna be a hell of a way to start the season. A hell of a good bang. Both teams are. Probably. You can say both teams gonna be favored to make the Super Bowl. Definitely, definitely to say the least right now. Buffalo and the Rams. So, all right. With that being said, let's get another update here, sports update here on the WNBA and the MLB right now. All right, we're going to the top of the seventh now here, where it is the Marlins leading 1-0 still. Bottom of the fifth, it is 9-0. White Sox. Bottom of the second, it is 6-1. Astros over the Rangers. So, all right, let's look at the WNBA. Let's get this. Let's see. 90 to 84. So, 174 points total here. So that I don't know what the over under was for the Las Vegas and the Wings, but definitely 176 now here. So I definitely took the under in this Mercury and Indiana game here, under 170 here. And yeah, 176 here. So that I'm sure that definitely went over here. I don't know what the over. I don't know what the over under is, but we could check here. We could see. Let's go look at the box score. The box could tell us what the over under was in the game here. Mm-mm-mm-mm. The Las Vegas, yeah. Yeah, Phoenix is towards the bottom, so is the Sparks. The Lynx are kind of. So the Aces won twice. They beat him at home, 84, 78, and now 92, 84 here. They have the third. All right, so I don't know what. I don't know what. Damn, the Aces, they're 4-1 on the road, and basically they're. They're 3-3 at home, and Connecticut started 5-2. All right. So they lost. They lost at home to the. But they've lost their last. The Dreams lost their last two on the road here. So, and they barely lost the last game. So that's why we kind of took that route there here. Mercury is 2-6 on the road, but Indiana Fever 2-6 at home. So. One 64. So yeah, that went over. So I mean. One 175 here, so 176. So 1 point over the over. So hey, all right. We're going to the fantasy right quick to make sure get our last minute adjustments in here. I already got my have all my WNBA players in lineup, so just want to get up on here and talk a little sports a bit today here. Everything else, I'm not gonna sit up here and rant. And my thing is, I don't want to kill nobody, and I don't want to say people are stupid and dumb and just get out here and just. But the reality and the things are they are, and if you don't wake up for these things and you want to be blind and well, then you can't complain. You can't be a victim. And why do you want to be a victim all the time? And why should you have that mentality like you're always a victim and always? That doesn't make sense. You're already you're already feeding into the nonsense, you know. And I just don't understand. And people, you think these people and they're gonna help you out and make it better. They're just gonna continue to make the shit worse. And they're the same people that cause the problems. And you continue to beg to them and pander to them, and that's a sad state of affairs, Jimenez. And we'll keep waiting there. Alright. Big boppas, alright? Big boppa, alright, Turtle? Big boppa. I'm down by 23 points here. Alright, well. Like I said here, yeah, that's all I can do there. That's all I can do with that team here. Let's see here. Alright, so all the other guys, I'll start till 5 here. Alright, so he's winning. That'll help me come back here in this matchup a bit here. Like I said, I gotta start doing my other ones too here. Start getting some best balls. Damn, I'm losing. I'm losing 10-0. I ain't winning none right now. Oh man. All right. Here's Tollman Taylor. Alright. So there's that. There's that. There's that. All right. Well, I'm basically gonna get off here now. I'm gonna go eat some lunchy, and we're gonna enjoy some of this baseball games here. So we're gonna see if we win some bets here today. My sister won a bet over the weekend. We won a horse bet race again. So I mean, other than that, I mean, I haven't really won any parlays. So I mean, my baseball parlays and all that haven't really done good, except for my sister winning that on Saturday or Sunday, winning her six team. Let me know 6 team underdog parlay on Sunday. Uh, all right, so we're out of this piece. Take care of yourselves. It is Wednesday, middle of the week. Peace out. I know I need to watch that fucking